This is a piece of property on the corner of Cameron Taggart Road in the rural community of Cobble Hill. In June 2010, the Cowichan Valley Regional District purchased the land and proposed it would be used for a South Cowichan Eco Depot, which can be defined as a green recycling facility. And for a year and a half, many residents have been opposed to using this ALR zoned land for this purpose. So the topic was brought to the polls on November 19th in a non-binding referendum. The CVRD asked, are you in favor of locating the South Cowichan Eco Depot recycling and household waste collection facility at 3224 Cameron Taggart Road? Over 4,100 votes were cast and 65% of the total vote said no.
We had never heard one person who thought that putting it on that property was the correct move to make. As soon as all the information was shared, then there was no question that it didn't belong on that property.
Dara Quast has been opposed to the Cameron Taggart location from the start. In this recent election, Quast went head-to-head with Cobble Hill Director Jerry Giles for her position at the board table. Giles was re-elected.
I think people just looked at the issue of the Eco Depot as a separate issue from my election.
Giles has been one of the biggest advocates for the Eco Depot, so in some regards, the election results were a win-lose situation for both women.
You can't ask for democracy and then be sad about the results, so I was happy to see such a giant turnout in Cobble Hill.
In a democracy, whatever the majority says is always the right decision that has been made. And so the majority have clearly stated that the Cameron Taggart location for the Eco Depot is not one that they approve of, and so we will not be undertaking the Eco Depot at that site. We will move on.
Giles believes the board will step away from the issue and readdress it in the new year.
I think there needs to be a break, and that the board likely will respect that need for a break, and they will, move very, very slowly, if at all, in working toward providing recycling and waste management services in the South Cowichan area.
But Quast is asking more from the regional district.
There is so much money that has been spent, wasted, of our dollars for something that the community had been telling the CVRD and the board that it was wrong for a year and a half. There needs to be safeguards put in place so that this is never inflicted on a community again, and that will be the telltale of whether this board is really representing the community.
To follow the history of the proposed Eco Depot, you can visit ecodepotfacts.ca or ecodepotfacts.com. In Cobble Hill, for Shaw TV, I'm Jen Muranetz.